Yes बेटे, प्लीज रिस्पॉन्स।
देखते हैं सर।
नहीं देखते बिकॉज जो मैं नंबर ऑफ व्यूज उत्थे मिले ने कोई 3 व्यूज ने, कोई 2 व्यूज ने, कोई 4 व्यूज ने, कोई 1 व्यू है। क्यों बेटे, की गल समझ नहीं आता या की गल है, दसो मैनू। हाँ जी बोलो बेटे।
सर टाइम नहीं मिल।
So let us begin. So we were discussing various factors that affect E1 elimination, and so far we have discussed nature of substrate, nature of leaving group, strength and concentration of base. Now the next factor is nature of solvent. So as we already know, solvent may be polar solvent, it may be non-polar solvent. So your solvent may be polar or it may be non-polar. Now in E2 elimination, which kind of solvent was preferred in E2 elimination?
Non-polar.
Non-polar or less polar, because your transition state was less polar. So in case of E2 elimination, less polar aprotic solvent was preferred. Now what will happen in case of E1 elimination? Which kind of solvent should be there? In case of E1 elimination, yes, any idea? In E1 elimination, what's rate determining step? It's a formation of carbocation. So this formation of carbocation take place via transition state in which leaving group leaves and your carbon develop a positive charge, leaving group develop a negative charge. So your transition state is more polar or less polar as compared to E2 elimination?
More polar.
Your transition state is more polar. So your E1 transition state is more polar. Just wait a second. I think why it is hanging. बेटा वेट करो एक सेकंड. Okay. So your solvent, it may be polar solvent, it may be non-polar. So in E1 case, okay, your transition state is like this. So your leaving group, it leaves and there's a formation of positive charge over this carbon, which then result in a formation of intermediate carbocation. So your reaction goes like this, as we have discussed yesterday. Stability of this transition state, faster will be formation of your carbocation as the reaction intermediate. Now in this transition state, you can see positive and negative charges, they are very close to each other and they are not dispersed. So this E1 transition state is more polar. And since this E1 transition state is more polar, so it is favored by polar solvents. Now, which polar solvent? Protic polar solvent, example, ethanol. It's a polar or it's a protic solvent or aprotic solvent, ethanol. इथेनॉल की है बेटे प्रोटिक सॉल्वेंट है कि अप्रोटिक सॉल्वेंट है? Protic. So your this transition state in E1 reaction is stabilized by polar protic solvent. Why polar protic solvent? Because in this stabilize leaving group. So this proton from the solvent, it stabilizes this leaving group, while the negative portion, if I write like this, negative portion stabilize this positive charge. So your transition state is stabilized by protic polar solvent, which tend to stabilize this carbocationic transition state. So your E1 reactions, they are favored by polar protic solvent, whereas E2 reactions, they were favored by polar aprotic, less polar aprotic solvents. Now next is comparison between Next is comparison between elimination versus substitution. We have already done in case of E2 versus SN2. So let us compare E1 versus SN1. Okay. Let us compare E1 versus SN1. E1 is your unimolecular elimination. SN1 is your unimolecular substitution reaction. Okay, so let's compare them. So the very first thing is E1 elimination. It takes place in how many steps?
2 steps.
Step. And SN1?
1 step.
No, SN1 is also like this. Suppose this is your substrate. So in SN1, first for your leaving group leave to form a carbon over this carbon. Then nucleophile attack over this carbon. Rather than elimination, substitution take place. So your SN1 reaction, it also take place in 2 steps. Now, second is nature of substrate. So what kind of substrate are preferred in E1 reaction? Tertiary, secondary, or primary? What's the order of the reactivity?
Tertiary.
Tertiary. So here, in case of E1 reaction, tertiary alkyl halides, they are more reactive than secondary and then primary. Now, what about in SN1 reaction? Again, you can see in SN1 also, there's a formation of carbocation as the intermediate. So in SN1 reaction also, what will be order of reactivity of various substrates? Again, it will be, yes. So again, it will be tertiary, same here. Okay, both are 2-step reactions. And in both cases, order of reactivity of substrate is tertiary, secondary, and primary. Now, let us see the third factor. Now, solvent. Now, which solvent is preferred in E1 elimination? We have already discussed about. Which one?
Less polar protic solvent.
Polar protic solvent is preferred in E1 elimination. And same here, since this transition state is also formed just like your E1, this initial breakage of this, your solvent is polar protic solvent. Okay. So till now, all of these factors, they are same. And again, this is your first order reaction. SN1 is also your first order reaction. Okay. Now, what will be effect of temperature? Effect of temperature. Now, attack of nucleophile or SN1 reaction, it take place at low temperature. Low temperature, why? Because in this case, your nuclear so reorganization is less and it take place at, in that case, E1 elimination take place. So at low temperature, okay, at low temperature, SN1 reaction is preferred, while at high temperature, E1 reaction is more preferred. For example, suppose you do reaction BrCH3 in presence of, say, sodium hydroxide. So when we do reaction at 45 degrees centigrade, and suppose we do reaction at a high temperature, say 100 degrees centigrade. So in which case your SN1 product will be major, and in case elimination product will be major. Yes, here substitution will be major because it takes place at low temperature. So you will get Ca3, CHOH, CH3. Remember here nucleophile is OH minus hydroxyl ion, major product by E1 pathway. The last point about this is stereochemistry. Now, what will be stereochemistry of E1 reaction? What will be stereochemistry and SN1 reactions? Now, SN1 reactions, beta thonu pata hai ki stereochemistry of carbocation. Okay, and then attack of nucleophile take place. So this reaction will be stereospecific or non-stereospecific? Yes, jaldi naal.
Stereospecific.
Ki banega? Reaction will be stereospecific or non-stereospecific?
The non-stereospecific.
Non-stereospecific. Kyunki because there will be a formation of racemic mixture. Reaction can take place from the both sides. Okay, this result in a racemic mixture, and reaction will be non-stereospecific. हाँ जी विकास बेटे कित्थे घूम रहे हो? क्लास बैठो बेटे और क्लास बैठ के क्लास लगाओ. Now, what about E1 elimination reaction? They will be stereospecific or non-stereospecific? For example, suppose you get again this one. So again, they will be non-stereospecific and it can undergo free rotation to give rise to, so it can give rise to both cis and trans product. it can give rise to Bose system. So reaction is also non-stereo specific. So this was the comparison between E1 and SN1 reaction. Now, important thing is, अगर बेटे थानू एग्जाम दे आ जावे क्वेश्चन कंपेयर एलिमिनेशन वर्सेस सब्स्टिट्यूशन, या एक क्वेश्चन आ जावे under what conditions elimination take place and under what conditions substitution take place. So मेरी सलाह है बेटे कि तुसी उसदे विच की डिस्कस करो E2 वर्सेस SN2 रिएक्शन जो मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ कराया है, ठीक है। अगर एग्जाम क्वेश्चन आ जाता है कंपेयर एलिमिनेशन वर्सेस सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन, या अंडर व्हाट कंडीशंस एलिमिनेशन टेक प्लेस और अंडर व्हाट कंडीशंस सब्स्टिट्यूशन टेक प्लेस, तो केड़ी रिएक्शन डिस्कस करोगे E2 वर्सेस SN2। बट अगर वो स्पेसिफिकली पूछता है E1 वर्सेस SN1, ओनली देन डिस्कस दीस फैक्टर, क्योंकि E1 और SN1 की ने दे आर जस्ट लाइक सिमिलर रिएक्शंस और दोनों ही नाल नाल होणगियां, बट इन E2 एंड SN2 दे हैव अ वाइड डिफरेंस, उत्थे ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ डिफरेंस शो कर सकते हैं। इज इट क्लियर? एक क्वेश्चन ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ एग्जाम च आया है बहुत बार,
ओके सर,
ठीक है। तो अगर वो पूछता है डिस्कस कंडीशंस अंडर व्हिच एलिमिनेशन एंड सब्स्टिट्यूशन टेक प्लेस, डिस्कस E2 वर्सेस SN2। अगर वो स्पेसिफिकली पूछता है E1 एंड SN1, देन कंपेयर दिस थिंग। अगर वो फैक्टर्स पूछता है E2 दे अकेले, वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन, E1 दे भी ਆਪਾਂ ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं। इज इट क्लियर अप टू दिस पॉइंट?
यस सर।
बेटे होती यस यस ना करते रहो, क्लियर है सच कि नहीं? पढ़ते नहीं मैंने लग रहा तुसी घर जाके, क्योंकि यू आर नॉट, जो क्लासेस भी नहीं लगा रहे ना तुसी वीडियोस देख रहे हो, दैट मींस आई डोंट नो व्हाट यू आर डूइंग। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज stereo selectivity in E1 elimination reaction. Stereo selectivity in E1 elimination reactions. Now, stereo selectivity means we have to see again that is whether cis product will be formed as a major product or trans product will be formed as a major product. What was stereochemistry in E2 elimination reaction? Both leaving group, they must be anti-periplanar, and we draw different conformations and we see in which conformation both were anti-periplanar position. याद आया कुछ कि नहीं?
Yes sir.
So we will do quite same thing here, but here thing is very first step is formation of carbocation. So I will discuss just one example. Suppose you have CH3, CH2, CH, Br, CH3, and suppose you do reaction under sodium hydroxide and reaction follows E1 pathway. So here you will get corresponding, or it may be trans. अगर तो E2 pathway ਹੁੰਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿੱਧੀ ਦੀ ਫਿਸ਼ਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਸੀ, ਆਪਾਂ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ, ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਡਰਾ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਕਨਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨਸ, ਔਰ ਉਸ ਕਨਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਸੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਟੇਬਲ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕਿਸ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬ੍ਰੋਮੀਨ ਔਰ ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ ਐਂਟੀ ਪੈਰੀਪਲੈਨਰ ਹੈ। ਬਟ ਇਸ ਕੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ E1 ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਸਟੈਪ ਕੀ ਹੈ? This bromine, bromine will leave to form a carbon of carbocation, and then in next step one of this hydrogen will be eliminated by base to form alkene. So if I want to draw its transition state, it will be something, okay, hydrogen methyl, okay, it will break, its electrons will shift over here and these orbitals they will overlap to form a double, and this vacant orbital over here and these orbitals they are parallel or perpendicular. Overlapping कदों होगी to pi bond बनाने जो थोड़ा हाइड्रोजन दा ऑर्बिटल जेड़ा H पॉजिटिव निकलने तो बाद बनेगा और थोड़ा वैकेंट ऑर्बिटल आपस में पैरेलल होन या परपेंडिकुलर होन, कदों ओवरलैपिंग होएगी? when they are parallel. So here condition is your this parallel to this vacant orbital, only then elimination will take place. So we have to draw the conformations to see that in which case your carbon hydrogen bond and this vacant orbital they are parallel. So let us draw the conformation. So how we carbocation? Okay, just look from this side. So you have a hydrogen methyl, and on the back side you have a 2 hydrogen and 1 methyl, and here you have this vacant orbital. So if I look from this side, now this will become your front carbon. Okay, so front carbon is represented by dot, and this carbon will be back carbon. So back carbon is given by circle. Okay, so at the front carbon, what you have on one side you have a hydrogen, on another side you have a methyl group, and what else you have? इसके अलावा की ये vacant orbital which is perpendicular. So this is your vacant p atomic orbital. Now it's the backside key is carbon. You have 2 hydrogen and 1 methyl. So suppose I put 1 hydrogen over here, then 1 methyl over here and 1 hydrogen over here. So this is one conformation. Then I can draw its second conformation by rotating back carbon. So on the front, sorry, here I have to draw. This vacant orbital. So you have a hydrogen and methyl. So secondly, I can draw by rotating this back carbon at angle of 120 degree. So if I rotate this carbon back at the 120 degree. Condition की है elimination ਲਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ vacant orbital है कार्बोकटायन वाला और उसके पीछे ਜਿਹੜਾ back वाला hydrogen bond है, ठीक है, carbon hydrogen bond है, they must be parallel. So if I rotate it at 120 degree, I am not rotating at 60 degree because 60 degree they आपस parallel नहीं होंगे. So this hydrogen will move over here. This hydrogen will move over here. Here you will have a CH3 and methyl group will be over here. And if I further rotate at angle of 120 degree back carbon, I am going to get something like this. So this will be your vacant orbital, hydrogen, methyl. So this will move to this position. So you will get methyl over here, hydrogen and hydrogen. So you will get 3 conformations. Now in which conformation elimination will take place? Our condition is your vacant orbital and carbon hydrogen bond on its back carbon, they must be parallel. So in which case elimination will take place out of these 3 conformations? Yes. In which case elimination will take place? Bolo. Bolo bete.
Third case, sir.
Third case. बेटा थर्ड केस देखो कि ये थर्ड केस ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਵੈਕੈਂਟ orbital ਹੈ, ਉਸ ਦੀ बैक साइड ਕੀ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ? मिथाइल. ਆ ਵੈਕੈਂਟ orbital ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਇਸ ਦੀ बैक साइड ਕੀ ਹੈ? मिथाइल. ਆਪਣੀ बैक साइड ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ? ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ. ਤਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਕੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ ਹੈ बैक साइड? ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ
Second.
ਫਸਟ ਐਂਡ ਸੈਕੰਡ. ਫਸਟ ਕਨਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੈਕੈਂਟ orbital ਦੀ बैक साइड ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ ਹੈ. ਸੈਕੰਡ ਕੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵੈਕੈਂਟ orbital ਦੀ बैक साइड ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ. So elimination is possible in this conformation like this or this conformation to form a double bond. So now which conformation will give rise to a major product out of these two? Of course, which one is more stable? So which one is more stable and which one will give rise to a major product? First one or second one? Elimination is not possible from here because its vacant orbital the back side की है methyl group. So it is not possible कि methyl group break हो जाए. Break की होएगा थोड़ा hydrogen back carbon तो. So in which conformation formation of product will take place? From 1 or from 2? ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ stable है that will give rise to a major product. ਕਿਹੜੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ stable है ਦੋਨਾਂ ਚੋਂ? Just look steric hindrance. Second wali, because here methyl and methyl both are backside, so this conformation has more steric hindrance. But here methyl group on the front carbon and back carbon, they are on opposite sides, so it is stable. So this conformation will give rise to a major product, and that will be cis or trans.
Yes.
Methyl group की ने opposite ने, hydrogen की ने opposite ने, so it will be cis or trans.
Trans.
So it will give rise to a trans conformation. So that will be your major product. While here, this conformation, hydrogen the backside, hydrogen, methyl the backside will be your minor product. So this explains stereochemistry in E1 elimination reaction. So agar exam question aa janda hai, discuss stereochemistry in E1 elimination reactions. So you have to take this example. Agar E2 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਉਸ ਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ examples already ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ हैं. Is it clear? देखो ध्यान देना, कोई डाउट है दसो मेनू जल्दी नाल, विदिन 2 or 3 minutes जो करवाया मैं.
सर इनू 120 ਤੇ ਕਿਉਂ रोटेट करते हैं?
हाँ जी बेटे,
सर 120 ਦੇ एंगल ਤੇ ਕਿਉਂ
120 ਤੇ बेटे इसलिए रोटेट करते हैं कि अपनी कंडीशन की ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੈਕੈਂਟ ऑर्बिटल है और उसके बैक वाले कार्बन ਜਿਹੜਾ कार्बन हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड है, they must be parallel. तो स्ट्रक्चर्स बन जाएंगे, और कुछ नहीं होएगा. हाइड्रोजन मिथाइल, ये हाइड्रोजन किथे आ जाएगा? इस पोजीशन पे. ये मिथाइल किथे चला जाएगा? It will go over here and this hydrogen will go over here. Okay, so that doesn't represent anything. Now इससे ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ है? Further in rotate कर लो, ठीक है. इस जो ए वाला ऑर्बिटल है और ए मिथाइल ग्रुप है, नाउ दे आर पैरेलल, ठीक है। देन फर्दर इसको रोटेट करोगे एट एंगल ऑफ 60 डिग्री, तो नेक्स्ट स्ट्रक्चर की आएगी थोड़ी ए वाली, यही आएगी ना, है ना, यही आएगी। सो अगर तुसी रोटेट करना कर लो, ठीक है, दैट विल जस्ट गिव राइज टू एडिशनल 3 स्ट्रक्चर्स। ठीक है, प्रोडक्ट सेम बनेगा। इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ओके। सो बेटे यस, एनी क्वेश्चन जो सो फार कीता है? दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट E1 एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शन। सो E1 च अपने की डिस्कस कीता है मैकेनिज्म द प्रूफ बाय काइनेटिक आइसोटोप इफेक्ट, factors that govern E1 elimination, stereochemistry and SN versus E1 reaction। यही सारा कुछ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ एग्जाम ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ठीक है। just compare it with last year's question papers। बोलो बेटे ਜੇ ਕੋਈ डाउट है या क्वेश्चन है अप टू दिस पॉइंट, जल्दी ਨਾਲ। Only 6 students are there. Where are other students? क्लास कितने प्रेजेंट सीगे आज?
सर 8।
Okay. So now next kind of elimination reaction is E1CB mechanism. Again, very, very important. So what is E1CB mechanism? What is E1CB mechanism? Here E means elimination, 1 means unimolecular। unimolecular ਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ? only one concentration term is involved in rate determining step। ਜਿਵੇਂ E1 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ rate ਕਿਸ ਤੇ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਸੀਗੀ? concentration of alkyl halide only। and what is CB here? CB means conjugate base। so your E1CB mechanism is elimination unimolecular conjugate base mechanism, and this mechanism take place in presence of poor leaving group, and strong base, okay, and it take place via formation of what? Carbonyl, and follows second order kinetics, so let us see what reaction is. Suppose you have a substrate, carbon, hydrogen, this bond and X, and X is your leaving group. Now so here X is good leaving group or a poor leaving group?
Poor.
It's a very poor leaving group, like hydroxyl group, okay, fluorine, NH3 plus, okay, it is a mostly hydroxyl and fluorine। ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ OH or fluorine ਹੋਵੇ, it always undergoes by reaction E1। base is strong, so what base will do? This is a poor leaving group, base will abstract this H plus ion। so first of all there will be a formation of carbonyl, so you will get a carbonyl here like this, so you will get carbonyl or conjugate base। that's why it is called conjugate base mechanism, because this negative charge is a conjugate base of this acid। ठीक है, अगर अपन H plus हटा देंगे, this will become carbonyl, that's a conjugate base, so that's why it's called conjugate base mechanism। and then so this result in a formation of alkene, so this is loss of X minus ion, okay, to give rise to a alkene। so other important point to remember in E1CB pathway is your second step is a rate determining step, that means elimination of halogen ion is a rate determining step। so rate of reaction will be directly proportional to what? This second step is a slow step and it's a rate determining step, so rate of reaction will be directly proportional to किसकी concentration से directly proportional होएगी? हाँ जी,
Leaving group.
लीविंग ग्रुप नहीं बेटे, या कंजुगेट बेस, क्योंकि ये वाला स्टेप की रेट डिटरमिनिंग स्टेप, सो योर rate of reaction will be directly proportional to the concentration of conjugate base। और द कंजुगेट बेस बन रहा है, ठीक है, उसकी बनने की रेट किससे प्रोपोर्शनल है? कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ सबस्ट्रेट एंड कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ बेस, एंड कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ ऑर्डर काइनेटिक्स क्योंकि रेट डिटरमिनिंग स्टेप ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਟਰਮਸ ਇਨਵੋਲਵਡ ਨੇ ਬਟ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਯੂਨੀਮੋਲੀਕੂਲਰ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਯੂਨੀਮੋਲੀਕੂਲਰ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਔਰ ਆਰਡਰ ਆਫ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਰਕ ਆਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਵਾਟ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ ਬਿਟਵੀਨ ਆਰਡਰ ਆਫ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਐਂਡ ਮੋਲੀਕੂਲੈਰਿਟੀ ਆਰਡਰ ਆਫ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਕੀ ਡਿਫਾਈਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਕਨਸੈਂਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਟਰਮਸ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਲਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ substrate and your base to give rise to this carbonyl but reaction ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ reaction ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ठीक है सिर्फ कार्बोनाइन ही है conjugate base ही है that determines the rate of reaction so reaction is unimolecular with respect to conjugate base but for a second order kinetic with respect to substrate and base क्योंकि substrate और base ही आपस react करके की बनाएंगे conjugate base is it clear
Yes.
now how to prove this how to prove that this first step is a fast step and second step is a slow rate determining step how to prove it पता है ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਪ੍ਰੂਵ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ proof of E1CB pathway एग्जाम च आया होया है और ਅਸੀਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਕਰ ਵੀ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਪ੍ਰੂਵ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕੱਲ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕੁਝ ਪ੍ਰੂਵ yes we will do kinetic isotope study kinetic and we already know if we replace any atom by its isotope and if that bond breaks in a rate determining step ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ if we replace any atom with its isotope और अगर वो वाला bond rate determining step ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ break होएगा ਤਾਂ ਕੀ होएगा rate of reaction will slow down so we will do kinetic isotope studies so what we first do is we take two substrates let's take fluorine over here and here also okay and first of all we do this reaction with ethoxide ion okay by E1CB pathway and we get corresponding product and suppose KH is a rate constant after that we replace all of hydrogen by its isotopes so we take C deuterium fluorine and then we again do the similar reaction with ethoxide and suppose KD is a rate determining step KD is a rate constant now at the end of reaction it was found that KH is equals to KD so what observed so that means carbon hydrogen bond does not break in rate determining step so your first step is not a rate determining step so your first step is not a rate determining step now how to confirm that second step is a rate determining step
fluorine ਨੂੰ ਆਈਸੋਟੋਪ ਨਾਲ ਲੇਬਲ ਕਰ ਦਾਂਗੇ
ਆਪਾਂ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਲਿਵਿੰਗ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਨੂੰ ਫਲੋਰੀਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਈਸੋਟੋਪ ਨਾਲ ਲੇਬਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ and we will see whether elimination of that give rise to a kinetic isotope effect or not if yes that means the second step is a rate determining step so we replace fluorine by its isotope can you name any other isotope of fluorine give me any isotope of fluorine common fluorine is which one bolo
9 and 18
9 and common fluorine is your 19 fluorine okay now I have less than 1 minute over here ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੀਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਈਵਨਿੰਗ ਨੂੰ ਕਰੋਗੇ I think you can just rejoin ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ and then we will continue evening in for just 5 minutes ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ we will continue in evening